this is Bill, and I am the Snarky Apologist. Thank you ever so much. Hey, this book here, pay attention to Daniel's prophecy. How about paying attention to your addition? You know, when you're a false prophet, and you can't add 2 and 2, it causes some embarrassment, as you're about to see. Watch this. Now, this is the Watchtower book, 1999. You can get the. I got the PDF right online. All right, so if you got it, go get it. You're not going to believe what you're about to see. Somebody brought this to my attention. There's a gentleman out there who has done this and done a wonderful job with it. I'm just kind of reiterating it because it's so much fun. Wait till you see what they didn't do. Watch this. On page 302, they have this timetable, prophetic time periods in Daniel. Let's take a closer look. All right, let's take a peek at the 3.5 times starting December 1914 to June 1918, okay? So we are encouraged to go to chapter 9 to get the details, starting and end time. So let's do that. We read on page 143 and 144, for the anointed Christians, World War I meant a time of testing. By the end of 1914, they were expecting persecution. In fact, the very year text chosen for 1915 was Jesus' question to his disciples, are ye able to drink of my cup? It was based on Matthew 20:22 in the King James Version. Hence, beginning in December 1914, that small band of witnesses preached in sackcloth. So we have a start point. Now all we need is an end point, and that's here. Harassment of God's anointed ones climaxed on June 21st, 1918, when the president, J.F. Boozehound Rutherford...
How dare you?
Yes, I dare I. And prominent members of the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society were sentenced on false charges to long prison terms.
Unbelievable!
Yes. Intending to change times and law, the small horn had effectively killed the organized preaching work, Revelation 11:7. So the foretold period of a time and times and a half a time ended in June 1918. Now, if you take these numbers and plug them into Excel, all right, false prophets lie, numbers don't. Put in June 21st, 1918, subtract 1,260 days, and there's something important we need to know here, too. January 8th, 1915 is not December 1914. All right, let's try another one. Maybe they'll get this one right. January 1919 to September 1922. All right, 1,290 days. And here we read on page 300, the League was officially proposed. This is talking about the League of Nations, okay, the abomination that causes desolation. This is the League of Nations. The League was officially proposed in January 1919. At that time, then, both conditions of Daniel 12:11 were met. So, the 1,290 days began in early 1919 and ran until the autumn, Northern Hemisphere, of 1922. So here we have established the starting point, okay, the kickoff of the League of Nations. And the end time, the end date of September 22nd, we read on page 300, by the end of the foretold 1,290 days, the holy ones were well on the way to a cleansed and restored standing. In September 1922, right about the time when this period ended, they held a landmark convention at Cedar Point, Ohio, USA. Okay, now, I'm sorry for the snickering, but it's very apropos that their landmark convention would be at Cedar Point, because Cedar Point is not a town. It's an amusement park. It's an amusement park, and there's a lot of twists and turns, and things get jumbled up. And they have a crazy house there, you know, just like Bethel. But Cedar Point is in Sandusky, Ohio. Just a little side note there, folks. All right, let's move on. And it's easy to find with the internet, you know, which is killing false prophets. You can easily find when the League of Nations was proposed. After more negotiations and compromise, the delegates finally approved of the proposal to create the League of Nations on January 25th, 1919. So there's our start date, okay? And the ending time, okay, the end point was the convention at Cedar Point. That was September 5th through the 13th of 1922. Now, let's head back to Excel. Now we simply plug in our start date at the League of Nations when it was proposed, January 25th, 1919. We add the 1,290 days and we arrive at August 7th, 1922. Well, the convention was like a whole month later. Okay. You know, the other dates as well are all fouled up, and I don't know if their batteries in their calculators are like weak ones, if you get my drift. It's just more nonsense from the false prophets. And I'm gonna go to the description field of this video. You'll see the gentleman who really did a nice job on this. I just took the information he had and just kind of broadcasting it because he did a wonderful, wonderful job. And he's a whole lot more serious about it than I am. I just can't help laugh at false prophets. They just make me chuckle. What makes me cry are the people that actually follow them. That's the heartbreaker. All right, folks, that's all I got. God bless. Let's get together real soon, okay? Bye-bye.